My name is Eugene Schoneaur, and I've been associated with farming for my entire life except for 4 years I spent with Uncle Sam. I'm 93 right now, and I'll be 94 1st of January. Well, it started out with a horse and buggy factory. Everything was horse-drawn, and it went from the horse-drawn thing up to 250, 300 horsepower tractors. Everything was, the first land was leveled with a team of horses on what they called a Fresno, and they pulled and moved the land, and now they have great big scrapers, 15, 20 yards that haul the thing, and laser things to put the grade in. And so before we did that by eye. It's been everything just really from handheld until machine driven. We started out with cattle, with a few cows and milk cows like that, and things in the first few years were kind of tough for a while. We finally got started with turkeys. We started out with 15 hen turkeys and a gobbler, and raised up at one time we probably had 40 or 50,000. Well, it finally got so that there was no market for what we were doing and stuff that was too out, so we just got out of it. In the 1950s, we raised corn and rice and sunflowers and a whole variety of different things. We were really sophisticated, and we've tried to raise most everything you can imagine. I was born on the ranch where we're here now, and my dad sold that and actually went back to Illinois for a little while. And then he came back out here again, and he had to repossess the ranch, and we've been back on that ranch ever since. Well, at first there was no government involvement, there was no crop support or anything. You just planted it and hoped it would pay out. But then after you start to have crop support and everything from the government, and the government actually almost tells you what you can grow because of all the mechanical help we have now. Before, either you did it by hand or like that, or the machinery was inadequate, really small, but now everything is so powerful and big. It's kind of funny that I started out telling my dad, helping him drive the team of horses where he's leveling the land, and ended up running a great big laser scraper which hauled 15 yards of dirt at a time, and the grade and everything was laser operated. But first we went by eye to get a grade. We sight down just with our eye to make sure we had fall for the water. Oh yeah, some people had a better knack than others. I always had a pretty good eye, but other people couldn't see the grade. I could see the grade, and so you have to be, that's a born knack, I think. Really, I think it's just the fact of independence, you're doing that for yourself. And you didn't depend on somebody hiring you and the fear of losing your job or anything. You figure out the harder you work, the better chance you had of making it. Oh, I think as long as when we were in the livestock business, I think I really liked the livestock better than I did the general farming. But now, it's changed everything. I like the farming now too, with all the nice big mechanical machinery we have now, and the fact that you can just sit there in an air-conditioned cab before when you're out in the sun and with not even a shade or an umbrella when it was 112.